Hello, this is Osama Awad, Performance and Analytics Solution Engineer from BMC Software. The reality of running a digital business today means that companies are increasingly turning to the cloud for the agility, scale, and operating flexibility that they need to run their digital services. As organizations move their workloads and applications to the cloud, IT still has responsibility for ensuring that the applications perform and the services are delivered as expected. TrueSight Operations Management is one of the BMC initiatives that focus on ensuring that the application performance and the underlying cloud infrastructure meet the service delivery requirements of their business and customer expectations. Whether your public cloud platform is AWS or Azure, TrueSight got it covered. This dashboard shows our end-to-end monitoring offering for AWS, where we don't only cover the cloud infrastructure, but also we provide insight into the end-user experience of the applications that are hosted in the cloud using a software packet sniffing solution that was built with the intention of monitoring cloud-based environments. For example, from this view, you can drill down into any end-user performance or availability violation to look at the page or session details for that particular violation. In addition to the end-user experience, TrueSight monitors and discovers automatically the AWS infrastructure, including all major Amazon core services such as EC2, load balancer, and block storage. For example, you can set up a view to show you which elastic load balancer is causing any issue or the top 10 EC2 CPUs. With TrueSight Operations Manager, you also have the ability to dynamically analyze, learn the behavior of your AWS infrastructure, and alert on performance and availability issues. Using the machine learning algorithms and behavior learning built in the product, TrueSight learn the normal behavior and alert on abnormalities to reduce event noise. To do deep analysis for your AWS environment, you can drill down into more details. This dashboard provides detailed view about this EC2 Amazon instance, where we can answer questions specific about the health status and performance of this device and zoom in for a specific time range. From this view, you can also watch for any network-related issues. As an example, we can see how the network in and out metrics are trending over time to help IT operations during the troubleshooting process. And in the same view, we can provide a consolidated view of all alerts generated by the device and focus on the most critical ones with the ability to trigger manual remediation. In this alert, we can trigger a remote command action to restart the Tomcat service manually by the IT operator, or actually this process can be configured to be fully automated. And to provide a complete end-to-end view about the health status of your AWS environment, TrueSight provides the ability to do log data analytics by collecting logs from your AWS environment, storing and indexing the data, and correlate them with other monitoring events, which in result will help IT operations in problem identification. Here we are looking at logs collected from this server, where we see many log records collected by the database server running on this AWS instance. And with such capability, the IT support groups can now find the root cause of the problem faster, which in result will lead to reduce the mean time to resolution and improve the quality of service. In addition to AWS, TrueSight Operations Management provides an end-to-end monitoring solution to Microsoft Azure by auto-discovering and monitoring your Azure cloud services and billing information for used Azure resources. All Azure services, including SQL application services, resource groups, and virtual machines with their dependencies, were auto-discovered and monitored using TrueSight by simply configuring the TrueSight collector using the right Azure credentials, which is the same method we use to monitor AWS too. This dashboard, as an example, provides a high-level overview in a single console about the availability and performance across critical areas of Azure services, where we see the top Azure subscriptions based on the total number of VMs and provide information about billable requests. Using the Azure APIs, we provide insight into performance and availability of the deployed application services and the application service plans. These are just a few metrics from many that we are showing to monitor the performance and availability of the application services that are deployed in Azure. And without worrying about manual monitoring each cloud service like SQL database, Azure storage, or VMs, TrueSight can discover all these services, including metrics from the classic cloud support, For example, in case of virtual machine services, in addition to what we see in this view about monitoring CPUs, TrueSight provides information about memory, disk process, remote calls, and network usage of the virtual machines. Similar to what we saw before in AWS, you can drill down into more details and more metrics. Also, TrueSight provides consistent way of monitoring public cloud, regardless if it's AWS or Azure, where it issues visual warning and alarms when thresholds are exceeded or abnormality was detected. And by doing that, we allow easy identification of problem areas. Also, it enables the IT operator to take the right action for any event or pre-configure a recovery action in a fully automated way. As we saw in this video, TrueSight Operations Manager provides a unified monitoring platform for your public cloud, whether you are running AWS or Azure. TrueSight can auto-discover new cloud instances as they are instantiated. Also, it automatically ends the monitoring on instances that are shut down, which makes your monitoring very accurate. You also have the ability in TrueSight to build custom profiles. For example, you may have multiple instances associated with an application or business unit that you want to monitor as a collection. With TrueSight Operations Management, you can extend your public cloud monitoring using a real-time behavior learning that can feed into dynamic remediation as well as real-time root cause analysis, which at the end can help IT operations isolate, prioritize, and fix problems before they impact the business. Thank you for watching this video from BMC Software.